What's good with it, YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real talk boxing. What a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again. Now, you people are going to jump on my butt about this. Now, I told y'all I was going to be, incognito, kind of, away from the whole posting content because I'm really focusing in and homing in on training. Haven't heard much from my opponent in a couple of weeks. So I hope I'm not doing this training for nothing. I'm hoping he's still down to do it. I'm hoping he still is cool with what we agreed. But I ain't heard nothing from you, AJ. What you doing, bro? Don't make me be over here training for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Taking away from the content and all that. But anyway, there's a lot been going on in boxing, and some of you are going to be upset because of what I'm coming to you tonight with. And of course, it was the Triller event. I'll get to all the other stuff. I just hadn't been paying much attention, close attention to boxing, period, and I completely forgot about this Triller event. I just ran across it yesterday on YouTube, and I'm like, man, that is like tomorrow night. So I checked it out. I didn't pay for it. I watched it on one of my apps on Fire Stick. That I pay a monthly fee for, but didn't pay the $49.99. I wasn't going to do that. Surprisingly, this Triller event was a lot better than the last one, like 10 times better. Didn't top the first one with Tyson and Roy Jones, but definitely the ones in between that one, the first one and this one, it way better than the last couple of times out. Put it that way. First fight, I want to talk about two fights, okay? Because none of the other fights really interested me much. But I want to talk about Vitor Belfort versus Evander Holyfield. Now, we all know that De La Hoya was supposed to fight tonight, which I think he would have done very, very well against Vitor. But he called COVID. He called it the gangster. We call COVID gangster down here in Texas. And, it is what it is. So out of all the people in the world, they get Holyfield to step in for him. Y'all all know I stated before that I did not ever want to see Holyfield in the ring again. First of all, before I talk about Holyfield, I got to give him respect. He goes down, in my opinion, as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Certainly the biggest heart. The dude goes to the front line and puts it all on the line, man. Like, he took punishment and came back and came back from knockdowns, brutal knockdowns, and got up to win. You can't take anything from Holyfield. 58 years old, man. One thing you're not going to beat in life. Well, actually, there's three things you're not going to beat in life. You ain't going to beat Uncle Sam, you ain't going to beat death, and you ain't going to beat Father Time. They're going to come calling one day or another. And with Holyfield being 58, he looks great. Looks $1 million. But as far as mobility and physicality, I knew it was going to end up bad. I knew it was going to end up bad. And it I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. It hurt me. I was talking to my man, Heaven Williams, and he said the same thing, man. It hurt me to see Evander Holyfield. It's the end of the road. It's been the end of the road. He got in, wanted to have fun. And I got to be honest with you guys, I didn't think that this fight was going to be the real deal. I thought it was going to be rehearsed, staged maybe, light, moderate sparring match. But they went toe-to-toe, blow for blow, and Vitor went ham. Vitor was very excited after beating Holyfield, and a lot of people are going to shun him for that. Oh, why are you getting so excited? You beat an old man who's well past his prime. Well, you got to understand, this is this man's first professional boxing match. Of course he's going to be excited. Of course he's going to be amped up. He got in the ring with a living legend, who some people thought he didn't have a chance against. I knew he was going to do what he did against Holyfield. I mean, put 2 and 2 together, man, like it's common sense. I'm all for the OGs. I'm one of the OGs who's still doing it. But there comes a time where, and you can get old overnight. Very sad to see Holyfield go out the way he did, I mean, there was nothing he could possibly do. He had no chance. He said he wasn't hurt. He said he pushed him down, but he was stumbling over his own 2 feet, honestly, through a couple of combinations. And I mean, even when you listen to him in the interview, man, he's all over the place when he's trying to answer the person interviewing him. It's like, he had no business in the ring tonight, man, and it hurt me, man. It hurt my heart to see him, take that loss. But it is what it is. He's a grown man. He felt like he could get in there and compete with the 44-year-old Vitor, and it is what it is. So congratulations to Vitor, him, and Triller themselves offered. What do you think about this? 30 mil to Jake Paul to get in the ring with Vitor. Winner take all. Very bold of Vitor. I think he needs to pump his brakes a little bit. 1 or 2 more fights. Because if you fight Jake next, here's what you should do, Vitor. Go holler at my man Tyron Woodley. I would like to see you two guys fight before you just jump in with Jake. Go holler at Anderson Silva, who I'm about to talk about right now, before you jump in with Jake. And I think Jake Paul should stay away from the spider. Okay, check this out. Tito Ortiz. If anyone out there thought that Tito Ortiz had a chance of beating Anderson Silva, I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, we're all entitled to our opinion, and we can, gauge fighters any way we want to gauge them, but Tito Ortiz, well, first off, taking nothing away from Anderson's victory, it was stellar. Tito had to cut 40 pounds in like 4 or 5 weeks. A lot of weight. I mean, I've cut 40 pounds over a year and a half. So, Tito Ortiz came in with the wrong type of energy. He came in with that MMA energy. It's different, man. It is different. Boxing is different. If you don't come in poised, controlled, if you can't control your aggression, you're not going to fare too well. You have to bottle that lightning up, man, and learn how to control it, to manipulate it, to get it to do what you want it to do. You can't come in with that intensity. Like, it's a different sport, man. Here's why I knew Silva was going to, I thought it was going to be a 3rd, 4th round stoppage, to be honest with you. I didn't think Silva would knock him out. I have to be honest. I wasn't surprised that he did, but I was a little shocked. I always had Silva winning, but in that fashion was amazing. But, Ortiz came in. It was very, very slow, very mechanical. When he had Silva against the ropes, he did get off a couple of shots. But you see how poised Silva was when he walked to the ring, how calm and serene he was, zen-like. That's how you need to be when you're in that boxing ring. He saw everything coming. His movement was beautiful, poetry in motion. He got in the corner. He let Tito shoot his shots. He slipped, he bobbed, he weaved underneath the hook, and then came over with the right hook from the southpaw position. And then he shot the straight right, missed, sidestep, left hook to the ear, and then another left hook to the ear. Wiped his ear twice. And night-night, grand fashion. And Silva, calmly walked to the corner, didn't celebrate, embraced his team, and was humble. The things I appreciate and respect about Anderson the most is his humility. Even at 46 years old, being a combative warrior, as much as he has accomplished and as much as he's done in the octagon and in the boxing ring, he's so humble, and I love that, and so respectful. Listen, his last fight, he beat a former world champion who fought world champions, and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Now, Jr. is nothing like his father, Senior, but he outboxed a legitimate boxer, bro. Like, why would anyone think that Tito had a chance? Like what I saw in Anderson Silva, I would love to see more of him. He said right now he's going to go back home, spend time with his family. I don't know what he's going to do next. But if I was Jake Paul, I would stay away from him. I'd love to see him in there with Logan Paul. I'd love to see him in there with Woodley. I really want to see him in there against Belfort. I really do. Very impressed with Anderson. Belfort, for what it was worth for your opponent, I give you props, bro. I can't take anything away from you. You went in there and did what you were supposed to do. It was your first professional fight. I commend you, bro. But I think you should pump the brakes just a little bit on this whole Jake Paul. I know everybody wants that big payday, but I would like to see you in there against, out of anyone, Tyron Woodley. That's what I think. But never mind what I'm talking about or what I think. I want to know what you think. As always, comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. Respect all. Fear none. God bless. Till the next time. Real Talk Boxing. We up and we out of here. Bam!